you have that kind of sustain from Satanic, feels like it'd be very valuable. Ooh, hook shot over. They're going to be able to find Garter at the same time. Aggressive. Yep, he decides that's not for him. Garter will die, and C2Y quick to try and jump over and find Aggressive. Doesn't quite get him, and TP out is there. So once again, C-Deck, just one hero gets picked off while they're trying to push lanes and control the map. It's nothing major, but a couple more of those, and it will start playing against them a bit too much. Lena's about to finish up her level 3 Laguna Blade and have Aghanim Scepter quite soon. This is the advantage of sitting back and farming up so much. Even your supports are able to get significant late game upgrades.
Yeah, everybody's looking just at the blueprint of lately. Everybody's a greedy player, right? It's like Seneko, AUI, all of those monsters that just manage to find farm everywhere on the map, and they're proving that having a 4 position that can actually go to the late game is so valuable. And Lena's one of the better ones. The fact that she's really this close to her Ags, like she's actually got it now, right? Yes, she has 1,000 gold, and it's a level 3 Laguna Blade.
Yep.
There's so many heroes that she can actually just get halfway through instantly. Like that would be half of Gyro's HP, and he needs as much HP as he possibly can. With the Butterfly and the BKB, like you can cut him down to 900, then the Gyrocopter is no longer looking to fight. He's just looking to run. And you can chase him down using Shiki's ultimate, which also does pure damage. Like, there's so many different ways now to deal with I.M.O's lineup, where the Butterfly is no longer really going to be useful.
So at this point, they try and force it?
Maybe you go for...
Maybe not, like, forcing down a tower, but going for Roshan first?
I really think they should have... Roshan eventually has to be one of your objectives at some point. Like, you can't just let it live and go for the best. But your Queen of Pain almost has... what's that? Assault Curse. He's relatively close. And Ember Spirit, aggressive. He's got a Daedalus, Battle Fury. Once he gets an MKB and Boots of Travel, he's 6-slotted.
MKB soon for YJ.
Actually, he doesn't need an MKB. I don't think so.
No.
His team just does so much damage.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can go for like a Scotty. YJ needs one though, and he has it now. So we are just going to come down to this one big 5-man team fight after the teams have been farming up for the last 10 minutes. I feel like the advantage is really going to C-Deck right now, but E-Home, I mean, anything can happen with a smoke pick-off, or looks like they're just going to go straight for Roshan.
I mean, they got Winter's Curse plus a Hex.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of disable.
It's a bit dangerous, I think, because the Tier 1 tower is still up on C-Deck's side.
Look how much easier it is to go for the Roshan when you've got...
Solar Crest.
Yeah, just... That's why I really think it was a mistake by C-Deck not to buy it on anybody. Like, your Tusk, I would have gone to even maybe over the mech. Probably over the mech. Both of your cores have a BKB. I think it matters more that if they were able to Roshan there and give it to somebody like the Queen of Pain or the Ember Spirit, then that's a high ground mechanic for them. But as it stands, like, E-Home's just going to go for both of these bottom towers now because they're so low, and I mean, they must feel comfortable to be in this type of position, but the lead is almost neutral. Despite being down 19-15, and look at this.
Jump. Q is going to be the target. Hookshot actually blocked out by CTY. Immediately Orchid being placed on him. He now pops the BKB and turns and fights against that snowball.
He forces them over.
There goes that Sonic Wave. They managed to get a decent amount of damage out, but E-Home just roll over the C-Deck members.
All right, so he rolls back, drags the snowball back into them, into all of them actually, and then that was not the commitment that you wanted to make. I thought for a second CTY was crazy, and then the snowball came back and he's like, nope, you're coming with me right into the Gyrocopter ultimate. And the crazy thing there was CTY didn't even really do that much damage, but the Lina didn't get her ultimate off because she was so stuck.
Biggest downside of the snowball right now, E-Home read that opening perfectly. Don't lose a single hero, get 2 pickoffs, and grab a Tier 2. And I suppose that Tier 1 tower. Big jump in net worth for some of these supports, like DDC, who now has a Blink Dagger. Lana, at what point do you really start building towards the late game? I mean, is it just too much? Is it just too late? Like, you committed too much with the Arcane's, Urn, and Vladimir's that you can't really go the Radiance build anymore?
It's 42 minutes into the game. Even if you have a Radiance, it's not just the Radiance that makes Naga a strong hero. It's the Octarine Core, Diffusal, Manta, and the game would have to drag out to like 95 minutes for him to be able to accomplish that at this point. Like, you're hard committed you just have to stick with it. Hope that it was the right decision. E-Home with that Aegis, they're feeling so emboldened.
They certainly are. The sleight of fist damage is just not enough right now. Jump in, CTY actually goes for XD immediately. They do get a really good Winter's Curse onto Shiki, trying to control him as best as possible with the ensnare and the hook shot over the top. They easily take him out, and Aggressive has to jump over to his Remnant back and forth. Looks like he will get away. CTY, Glimmer Cape save. Managed to get out. Aggressive still wants to get him, though. Sleight of Fist doesn't quite... Oh, wow. Now the Song of Siren goes off. Garter immediately pushed back. They will take him out. Now, here comes Shiki with his second life. CTY... It's completely run out of mana, and if anything, CDEC need to make some sort of pick off here. They're going to start going for the Gyrocopter, who doesn't have his BKB anymore, but once again, the saves are there from DDC. Glimmer Cape, and of course, that Cold Embrace, healing him back up. CDEC are not content to just let E-Home walk away, but they don't have a choice.
They want more than this if it's at all possible, and ROTK spamming a Soul Ring on the ground, is that CTY's? Like, how is nobody taking that?
DDC dropped it for the other gem.
Okay. I was like,
yeah,
somebody should grab that. That's 900 gold on the ground that you want to at least take care of. And they walk away with the gem. They take the tier 2 tower. So many, and oh my.
Scythe of Ice, Orchid, CTY. He has just enough mana for the pullback. Beautifully timed. And now the TP in from XC just looks like a fool's errand. E-Home will rapidly surround him. He makes a blink away. And XC will actually get some distance here. In fact, he's probably going to survive. E-Home don't need to chase him. They just need to take objectives.
Yeah, E-Home right now, they don't even care. They're doing so well. CTY is incredibly farmed. That's almost like 6-slotted Storm Spirit. YJ, he's built almost entirely late game. Like, he can place his drums at 44 minutes into the game, but for the most part, he's set for whatever he's going to have. And there's going to be a Shiva's flying in on CTY soon.
Courier got picked off by our Tusk, who managed
are they going to find him? He has a gem. They really want to get this kill if they can. CTY's going to jump for this.
He's got a snowball that he can get to.
They went the wrong way.
Yeah.
He went up. No, they're even throwing down the call down.
The funny thing is, he actually just did so much. When he survived there, he picked up the Courier, delayed up the Shivas.
Managed to get away
DD.
the gem.
Yeah.
That was just good play overall, but I mean, it might be just a little bit too late, as CTY is so farmed. This is the type of position that you want to be as a Storm, where you can insta-jump somebody and they can't do much. Like, Shiki, yeah, he's got a play mail, but he can't survive that. Like, how much would he trade right now if he could have the same item build as that Storm? Like, having a Blink Hex right now is making all the difference.
A lot of lines being drawn. I think they just, like, kind of want to keep CDEC locked inside their base.
Just
is
outfarm
what that
everything.
drawing is. Yeah. Keep the top, bottom lane pushed in as much as possible. Center your heroes up in middle. I mean, they've got such great mobile heroes who do so, right? Like, Naga Siren can throw illusions at the bottom lane. Storm Spirit can deal with top lane. And they pretty much can just 4-man middle with a Storm Spirit ready to jump in. So it's not even like you are exposed when you're keeping those lanes split pushed.
Yeah, they've done a good job right now of just those fights, the ones in mid. It's just sort of set the tempo where they don't really want to be in a position where they get caught out or anything like that. So, CDEC, whatever happened to their lead? It felt like they had such a dominant one now too, but it's all just kind of fallen to the wayside as they're trying to chase down ROTK. But the rest of his team is coming in. They don't have the Storm Spirit quite yet,
control Aggressive. He needs to be able to jump away, but the Winter's Curse is there. They managed to try and get a snowball, but it's not even there. Saga Siren. Now the buyback from Aggressive, but they have E-Home ready to set up. They're going to beat down Q real quickly. The rest of CDEC start backing themselves away. Aggressive, mans up, starts going for it, but look at that damage. He's almost dropped immediately with the Midas Armor there, but they're controlling on YJ. Now he gets off the Satanic, and he takes out the rest of these heroes. GG, CDEC are done for.
E-Home Gaming. What looked like such a fantastic start for CDEC. Not a lot of answers for their lineup in the early game, but they just weren't able to get more out of their lineup. Like, E-Home just played the patient waiting game. They picked their spots a lot better. CTY itemized perfectly. He's like, this is not a Bloodstone game. I have to get much more aggressive than that early game. The smoke into Roshan, the repeated team fights, they just completely outmaneuvered CDEC.
And E-Home showing why they were everybody's talking about CDEC, but E-Home is showing why they were the first place qualifier.
We were casting E-Home. Like, we're just like, if eHome wins like a little bit better, if they just play a little bit better, they're like the best team.
eHome says the wild card is for chumps. Taking that first place slot in the wild card and taking the first game against CDEC. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have game number 2, and we'll see what happens. Will eHome manage to take the first place slot, or is it going to go to Evil Geniuses?